Welcome to another edition of Damn TV with Damn Sam. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a survey that we're doing in West Yorkshire. It's Simon from Dampen Timber Surveys .com if you want to have a look on website. This is an interesting survey. We're in the middle of winter. We're in January. This is an empty house, and as you can see, it's got new carpets in, and it's got painted cream walls. Looks like it's been renovated to sell. So we've been asked to come and do a damp timber survey on it. And first things that you notice when you come in is the yellow patches on the walls. Now, I'll just describe property. It's freezing in here, and all windows are open upstairs. So I don't know whether they've been trying to get some air in it. But what happens if you leave windows open is when it's humid outside, and obviously it's snowed, it's rained, everything, that humidity is going to manifest inside as well. So what I'm going to show you is what we tend to see on a survey. So this pattern staining is salts that's in your plaster, and they absorb moisture. So you've got different types. So looks like they've had a bit of damp work done there, but the salts are in plaster further up, so they're absorbing moisture, and they're on plaster further up. Could have been a doorway there, I don't know. They've obviously got issues. I'll show you what's happening in a bit when I go around, but on chimney breast you've got sulphate salts, and this is a timber floor. There's a cellar underneath it. I think it used to be a shop, commercial building. There's a cellar underneath it. I've been in the cellar already, and you can see the sludge and everything, so there's water runs through it. You've got blurring on your skirtings here. I'm not going to go down into the cellar because it's that damp, and I had to put my overshoes on because there's a sign when you come in saying take your boots off or whatever, no boots past this point. But in the cellar there's some mine fungus running across this joist all the way on to end. I'll put pictures on a bit later on. You'll probably see them after or before. And it's because there's a source of moisture, and there's no ventilation in its cellar whatsoever, and it's at its latter stages, so I think it's been like that for quite a while. So there's deflection in this floorboard here, all the way across that wall, and that joist running all the way on is decaying. Got some bits of deflection in flooring around here as well. And when you come in here, these walls are boarded out. Always have a knock on walls just to make sure you know what type of construction it is, so you know that they're boarded, you know that that's solid. So what you've got here is, for some reason, you have a massive damp patch. Salts are being absorbed, and that's like a watermark. So there's no salts coming through, but it's like a watermark. So we think, why is it wet? And the reason is because when you look on this side. Let me get my torch, you can't see it, but basically somebody's just skimmed onto brickwork. So they've looks as though they just skimmed straight onto brickwork, and it goes down below floor level. Floor in there solid, so you can see it there. That's finished plaster, and it goes down below this floor level here, which is solid. They've done it on other side, so that could be part of problem of bridging on other side as well. This is boarded out. You tend to get boarding out where there's an issue. So obviously we've got a problem on other side, so I think we've got issues there. And this is just a little porch thing that's freezing. So you've got black mould on ceiling. You've got, if you look on here, that's just wet through. So what's issues? You've got a property that's been renovated. They've probably maybe skimmed walls and then decorated it, and it's been left with no heating. It's been left with windows open. A lot of humidity in property. It's really cold. Any salts in walls are absorbing moisture, and then you've got a massive source of moisture in basement because at some point there's been standing water, and there's a drain in this corner over here in cellar underneath here, and I think and there's holes knocked through in walls and like a channel. So I think it's designed so water comes through property and then drains away in that corner, but somebody's put a slab over where it is, so it can't really drain away. I think it just has to evaporate into building, and that's what's causing part of these issues. So if we get me broddle, that's a broddle by the way, or I call a broddle anyway, prodder. I'll just show you this skirting. So a lot of time when you get skirting that's blurred with markings on there, so this is that's a normal skirting, so nice and shiny. That is, when you get it blurred, it's normally, look, it's absolutely rotten. Look, that's how we know it's like that. And that's to do with mine fungus in cellar. So I thought it'd be an interesting property for you to see, because we get this a lot, you know, investors, people wanting to renovate properties to sell, flipping, things like that, and it's all well and good skimming walls, but what I keep banging on about is make sure you have a damp and timber survey done before you start your work, so a report will be done which will highlight what needs doing and where, and then you can follow that and then have your wall skimmed, and then when you come to sell it, you're not going to get issues that's going to be expensive. So all these problems could have been foreseen. Upstairs as well, there's just loads of air vents that just go straight outside, as well as all windows open. There's loads of air vents in each room, so they've obviously had a problem for a long time, and I think it starts with this source of moisture in basement. So you've got standing water that's constantly evaporating. It's being carried up through property with warmer air, and as it's rising, there's moisture filling them air molecules, and then when it hits a cold surface, it'll just condense onto cold surfaces, or if there's salts in plaster, your salts will absorb it. They could have probably masked it a bit by putting a bit of heat in property. We always say, you know, in winter keep at least 10 degrees in property, because then there's not as much moisture in air. but there's gonna have to be some work done on here, and they know that. People that's buying it, they know that. So that's Damp Sam. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope you've learned something. So check out, if you want us to do any work, check us out on damptimbersurveys.com. We only do north of England. I can't go down south. It'd cost you too much. And there's plenty of people down there that can do it anyway. So hope you earned a few quid. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you on next one. See you later.
Thanks for watching another edition of Damp TV with Damp Sam. Please subscribe and please like the channel.